Hey, what's going on, guys? Dylan from Flight Performance and Fitness. I want to talk a little bit here about some strategies to build grip strength, which I know a lot of people struggle with. First thing I'm going to say is this is something that comes with just some years of training, some experience. Your grip and forearms will get stronger as you start to load things heavier. And I'm not against straps by any means. I think with a lot of lower body exercises and upper body exercises, it really makes sense to use them as you're really starting to get stronger. But we just want to make sure that, the first tip is just going to be to make sure you're not always throwing the straps on for every exercise that's grip intensive. We do want to be able to actually build that strength up naturally just doing normal strength exercises. But there are some specific exercises that we can add in at the end of the workout usually, and they are going to be really nice to just build that base. All right, so the first option, the first exercise is going to be farmer's carries. I think most people know this one. We're just gripping it. We can get a little space between the weights on our side, and we're just walking for either time or reps, right? So I can go 2 lengths down the turf, or I can go for 45 seconds. Usually the time variation is going to be a little bit more difficult, but either way, the goal of this is to really load this up. I want my forearms and my hands to be working hard throughout. This is also going to be a great exercise for bracing our core and also a little bit of shoulder stability as well. Another option here is going to be grabbing the kettlebell from the outside, these upside down kettlebell carries. So same idea as the farmer's carry. I can either do this for time, just holding it, or I can do it for lengths down the turf, up to you. But either way, we're just looking to really build the forearm strength, hand strength, and we're just gonna hold for a certain amount of time or those reps. Other option is gonna be grabbing a plate here, and then we can do little drops with it. I'm opening up my hands, catching. This is gonna be good for anybody who has like any elbow pain or stuff like that. It might be a little stressful, but it will be something that will be good to kind of build up that tolerance as far as being able to catch something using that grip, getting that kind of distraction forces on the elbow and the shoulder. Another option here is just going to be grip hold or plate holds here. So I can do fingers at a time. I'm going to work those individual parts of my hand here so I can go certain 30 seconds. Usually this one's better for time, right? So I'm going to go 30 to 45 seconds for each finger. This starts to get really hard when you get to your pinky finger. But this is another small tool exercise to kind of build that forearm and hand strength. So with all these exercises, one thing you want to keep in mind is I'm generally going to want to do this toward the end of my workout, either the last exercise or in that last circuit, because it will make it tough if you really burn out your forearms to start. It's going to make it hard to do any of our lower body or upper body exercises with a whole lot of efficiency or force. So I want to keep that in mind, keep it to the end of the exercise, and that's where we can work on some of those small